let's do Krysten and Mitch.
Krysten and Mitch.
And we're gonna go back into a couple thing with them too. Anyway.
The dream killer.
Oh my gosh.
The dream killer.
So we open with them having a conversation. Oh man, this sucks so bad. But the one thing I want to say, I was like, Luna is really going through. First of all, Luna has a Tempur-Pedic dog bed that she just loves. She's having a good time with her bed.
She humping the bed. Which we had a female dog, and our female dog would hump. And I was like, why is the female dog humping? I never really, maybe she just like riding, I don't know. Humping. I didn't get it. And we knew, so I was at somebody's house, and their dog had an animal, and they were just going in. It was just distracting. I'm sorry. Side note.
It really is.
It's really distracting.
Yeah, and Krysten was distracted for a minute while she was talking to Mitch. But then Mitch got distracted. So she asked him, how's everything going? You got, how's working? He's like, I got a new position at work, and I'm training my replacement, and, so that's what I'm concentrating on. And she was like, yeah, for me, my focus is on us and babies in the future. And, at the time, like, he's fixing
some concoction. Tea.
Yeah, it was nasty. It looked nasty to me.
No, he was making a marinade. It was because it was balsamic and vinaigrette.
Yeah, but it still looks bad.
It was a marinade, sorry.
Yeah, it looked
because he took the pepper and
yeah.
And my little flair, he did the little seasoning salt. So
right, I don't trust him. Yeah, he's chopping up the stuff to go to food.
Onion, yeah.
So she's talking to him, and she was like, my focus is on them, on us, and babies in the future. And he said he just fixing his marinade, chopping up. You chop it like this, like so, like that. Chop it like this.
He's totally ignoring her, dog. He's not paying no attention.
She's like, I want to become an entrepreneur. After I have kids, I like to flip houses. And, he's messing with this the whole time. Like, he barely even looks up.
He doesn't look at her.
Doesn't hardly acknowledge what she's saying. And she says, I want to create homes for someone. And so then he goes into this whole thing about, environmentalism kind of intersects with social justice and gentrification and going into place and rising home prices and I don't think that's kind of I don't even, what word did he say, but he was just basically like, why would you do that?
Why would you try to get over on people?
Well, yeah, like that makes no sense. And she's like frustrated, like you're missing the whole thing I'm saying. Because she's saying I want to be a help to people. But his thing is, when people say they're trying to be a help for people, it really ends up in gentrification. And you push people out and you raise home prices. And the people that really need it don't get what they need. And he just went off on a tangent. And she was just really sharing. And he was killing her dream.
He was killing it. Like she could flip houses for affordable people. I mean, for people to move in. She could make houses for...
That could be the new Habitat house.
It could be the Section 8 home. I don't care.
What's the new Habitat
and work with the government. So, I mean, it could be a whole bunch of things.
Anyway.
He only saw it on his side.
So, later on, they had their conversation about love. And, it's like, have you ever been in love before? And he was like, I've loved, but I'm not sure I've been in love. Mm-hmm. And she says, like, I'm kind of like the opposite. You like, I know I've been in love. I'm real easy. It's easy for me to fall in love.
She in love with Mitch.
It's easy for me to fall in love. And she said the last time when I fell in love, unfortunately, it ended catastrophically. Like, it's one thing for it to end, but it ended catastrophically. And he says, yeah, I know what you mean. That happened with my parents. They just really fell apart. And
her love is like, I want to say, her love is like bringing home a stray cat or a stray dog and loving.
Yeah.
Because she got the guy off the couch. And she fell in love with the guy that was lying on the couch. Who left her high and dry. Mm-hmm. So she's in love with, and then like I said, she loved Mitch.
Yeah.
And Mitch is the issue.
She asked him, do you think being married is better than being single? And he says yes, and she says yes. And he says, I want to have a great family. And I think that we can have that together. We have what it takes to be that. And while they're talking, she was like, well, let me bring this up. I want to bring up the fact that, when I was pouring my heart out and telling you about my dreams, you were just being goofy and playful. And, like, that bothered me. you know, I'm having a whole conversation about my dreams and you just playing around. I want you to be serious. And so then again, he goes off on his tangent about it being materialistic and again the gentrification and the environment, social justice and she was like, I want to enjoy what I work hard for and do this. And he was like, well, I just feel like even though you make a lot of money, that don't mean you got to get a big old mansion. You got to do this. I believe in living in moderation. And obviously you believe in living in filth too.
Definitely filth.
And junk.
But she didn't say that. She never once said, I'm going to buy me a big mansion, a big house.
She
said, I'm going to help other people. So, again, his interpretation, his mindset was, oh, so she's going to get a mansion and she's making a lot of money.
And not just help other people, but she did say, and I think she...
have her own home.
Based on what, you know, what we've seen from Krysten, she's not the type that, like, I don't want to put her in the same category as Mila, per se, that I'm going to work so hard because I got to have these name brand things, and I got, you know, because I was real poor before. Her thing is, I just want to live the best life that I can with what I'm making. Like, I'm not going to live as a pauper when I don't have to.
Right.
And he was like, no, you got to live in moderation. And, again, conversation went left. The conversation went left. So to try to reverse that or whatever, you know, they decided to go to karaoke. Karaoke's her thing. He wants to see her in her element.
Karaoke they rented out because ain't nobody else in there with them.
Well, no, it must be we don't do karaoke. So I think it's a different kind of karaoke where you could just not do it in an open space, but just for yourself if you just like doing karaoke. So it looks like they were in, you know, a private room. I don't know if this because of COVID or if it was that's how something they do anyway.
MC Mitch made an appearance. MC Mitch.
He said it's attractive, you know, seeing her get loose. It's something about being in karaoke that, you know, people can be themselves, whatever. And he was interested to see that. And like you said, he got loose too. And because I was like, when he was rapping, I was like, so he's just making up stuff. It's not no song. Oh, and she says, you know, he's freestyle rapping. He's actually not that bad. And I was like, I mean, it's okay. I mean, he went for it. I was like, okay. I did not expect that from him.
Nah, MC, yo, I do. He's social justice, bro. He's for change. He's for culture. Mitch is for the culture. I think he's playing.
But they said they had a whole lot of fun. And, you know, he put in 100%. And that meant a lot to her considering, you know, what else is going on. So then we go back. We kind of ruin the moment. Go back to the conversation. They go to her comment about flipping houses and he was like, you know, it just kind of triggers something in me. It seems predatory to flip houses then sell them for more than you bought them for, and it just doesn't sit well with me. And
why does it even work? If you don't want money, you don't want all this stuff, and you don't want to acquire things except for junk, why go through what you're going through? 'Cause to me, it's like because she wants certain things and want to be a certain place in life doesn't make you a bad person. It doesn't mean you pushing the other man down. It just means that you have an opportunity to move up. And if that person wants to come up, they'll do what you do. They will do what you did.
She was like, you know, you just talked down my conversation about flipping houses. And I don't think it's fair. You're treating me like I'm not an ally or like I don't agree.
Right.
And he was like, no, I'm not saying that. It's just like I have an opinion and I don't want it to be made feel like my opinion is wrong. And she's saying the same thing. Well, I don't want, you know, how I feel to come across like what's wrong with how I feel.
Like I can't have feelings too. Give me, let me share my opinion. It doesn't mean you're wrong. It doesn't mean I'm wrong. It means this is how I feel. And you may not agree with that because we are two different people. Mm-hmm. And don't mean we have to agree on this situation here or this circumstance. It's really not even about our marriage. It is about what I want to do in life. It's not a reflection of you if I want to buy a house and flip it. Mm-hmm. What if my job was already in real estate when we got married? Are you going to tell me to quit? You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Those type of things are things that made me wonder about Mitch and all that stuff. So that's one of the things that is one of the biggest issues that I have with Mitch, because Mitch always, he did the whole episode, project his opinions on her and want her to be able to flip it. And I can't take that. I'm not even worried about the phone ringing.
I know, it never fails.
We're never going to edit it out, neither. So it's what it is. You know, so that's, because he has his opinion, he wants her to do it his way.
Mm-hmm. So then we see day 23 of marriage. she wants to put him in his element. They did karaoke. Let's put you in. So they go to the beach to do a beach cleanup. And she lets him have a whole conversation about, we're picking up the plastic, we're saving the world, and look at this and look at that, and pick this up and pick that up. And so then this time they talk about the conversation they had at karaoke, which again goes back to the whole first conversation.
Can't let it die.
He was like, I realized that what I said, I probably shouldn't have said it like that, and the way I said it offended you, and I could have expressed myself differently. And she said, I just don't want you to make my dream out to be a negative or make a generalization about me that doesn't apply. And, I don't want to be made to feel like I shouldn't be different and that my difference is not appreciated, right. Or that she basically like, I'm a catch, I'm somebody. Like, I don't want to be made to feel like you shouldn't be grateful to be with me. That was a little bit much, but... I was like, but true, you don't want nobody to feel like, oh, I'm doing you a favor by being with you, because
nobody wants to do that.
Mitch, you're not doing me no favor being with me.
I was doing all right before you, Mitch.
Yeah. She said, I just want you to think about how you can verbalize that you appreciate me and appreciate our differences and, show it to me. And she said, I saw that the old Mitch from the honeymoon creep back in, that person, how you acted when you said, she didn't go into all, how you acted when you weren't attracted to me and you said you weren't attracted, which that changed very fast. But anyway.
But it makes that, when you bring a nasty attitude, it makes people feel like, oh, you don't like me, you don't attracted to me, you don't appreciate, not even that you appreciate what I say, you don't even listen to what I say. Mm-hmm. And you hear the rebuttal and say how bad it is. Right.
Okay, and so that takes us to the couple, the couples thing. Okay, so we didn't touch on it with Justin and Alexis.
We got to touch on it with Mitch, because Mitch is a big issue.
Right. The ladies did the same shirt prank on the guys. Mm-hmm. Okay? So all of them bought their guy the same shirt and was like, hey, I bought this for you. Why don't you, wear this to the thing? And so they get there. Well, first of all,
before they even get there,
Krysten asked Mitch, hey, I got this shirt for you. Want to wear it? He's like, nah. I don't want to wear it. I have this on. Like, she was like, come on, why don't you go ahead and wear the shirt? He's like, nah. And she's like, can I talk to you in the bathroom? Which I thought was dumb, because no cameras in there, but we can still hear your conversation. And I don't know why you had this conversation in the bathroom. But, so she says to him, look, it's a joke. All the ladies bought the guys the same shirt. So, put the shirt on. You're going to be the only person there that ain't got the shirt on.
Right. And
he was still pretty much like, nah, I don't want to do it. But the compromise was, I'm going to wear it for a little while, then I'm going to change.
And when he's meant a little while, he literally meant a little while. Like, when all the dudes showed up, Mitch like, I'm going to change the shirt. Like, dog, at least go with the program, right? It's funny, haha, he. And it wasn't the fact that he didn't want to wear the shirt. It was the explanation he gave to me that was a bunch of BS.
Right, and I'm going to get to that. So, all the guys come in and they're like, hey, what? We got the same shirt on. Oh, that's what I want to say too. Mitch was like, I wouldn't wear this shirt. It's got the buttons on it and it looks like this. That's not something I would ever wear. And so, as they're coming in, they're all laughing like, oh, you got us. Ha, ha, ha. Krysten shares with the group, like, I kind of like had to beg him to put the shirt on. Mm-hmm. I had to let him in on the surprise before he would even wear the shirt. And then he said, I'm only going to wear it for a little while, because he says, this is not something that I will wear anyway. And he was like, I just think it's weird, to somebody to, you buy someone a shirt, a physical thing, and it's like you're putting them on, like, or you have a responsibility. They have to put you on, and I don't like buying stuff for people that they may not want or didn't ask for. It's kind of materialistic, and it's like you forcing yourself on them. And later he says with Dr. P, it was a trigger for me. It was more of a trigger than I thought it was. But now with Dr. Pia, I'm sorry, before she comes in, he talks about how it's a trigger. It's not a thing. And Krysten says, it is a thing to me. It's weird that you wouldn't wear the shirt, not even just because it's not you, like your wife bought it for you.
Yeah.
Even with that, you didn't want to wear the shirt. And he's like, I'm not one to be forced to do something I don't want to do. It just rubs me the wrong way. And it's triggering to him. Just put the shirt on. Some things you do out, okay, it may not be your style, but because your wife bought it for you because she put thought into it, and, you know, why are you looking at me like that?
Oh, no, because I'll make a comment about something after you finish.
You put it, okay, go ahead.
No, you fine.
You put it on. Go ahead.
Put it on.
Have your comment.
No, you good.
Make your comment.
Oh, yeah, like, I don't do all white. I'm going to all white party, but I don't do all white because my wife wants me to go. It's something that you think you just do as a marriage, as a couple.
But I don't want you to go because it's an all white party. I want you to go so we can go together.
But we can go together, and you know, again, it goes back to you compromising.
I thought you was going to say something else.
Oh no, I wouldn't have that. You don't buy nothing ugly.
No.
You buy stuff that I wear.
Right.
I put it on.
It might take you a while to wear it.
It may take me a while to wear it. Not because I don't like it. It's just because it hadn't fit into my style that day yet or that week yet. You know, I got certain things I wear and it has not fit in there yet. I know you brought me a shirt and you're like, you haven't put that shirt on yet. Why not? How come you haven't worn it yet? You don't like it? I can take it back. No, I like it. It just hasn't fit into what I'm wearing.
I just don't want the time to pass before I can return stuff. Like, if you don't want it, just let me know. I'll take it back.
I usually say I don't want it if I don't like it.
I've never heard you say that. Anyway.
Oh, yes, I have.
I've never heard you say you don't like something I bought.
Huh? Oh, I love everything you buy. Because I'm not gonna
We're on a tangent.
I'm not gonna be a Mitch.
We're on a tangent.
I'll put it on.
We're on a tangent. But anyway. For the record, this is not a disagreement.
No, it's not a disagreement.
Nobody's mad. Just say
No, we're not upset. We don't do that.
Before y'all get to speculating. But anyway, so when Dr. Pia talks to Krysten and Mitch, you know, it's like, what emotions are you feeling right now? She was like, right now I'm surprised and astonished for what she's labeled as Shirtgate 2022. Oh. She was like, you know, I don't understand. What's the big deal? You put the shirt on. And it was a fun thing to do. Everybody got it as, you know, get a chuckle.
All the other guys was along with it. They laughed, ha ha, he. Nate was like, oh, we got to get him back somehow.
Right.
Come on, Mitch.
Dr. Pia says, I mean, what was it about the shirt thing? Was it a control thing? And he was like, you know, I don't want anyone telling me what to do. You know, I know that's an issue. That's my baggage that I'm coming in of. I'm self-aware about that. I'm just like, bro, it's not that serious. They're not telling you what to do. It's a shirt.
But you're on Married at First Sight, dog. They're telling you what to do. Right? You're on a TV show. You have producers who's telling you, Mitch, you have to be here this time. Mitch, you have to ask your wife this question. Mitch, you have to discuss this. Mitch, you have to be with these other guys. Mitch, you have to hang out with the guys. Mitch, you have to talk to... Again, you're on a show where everybody's telling you what to do, but you don't like to be told what to do. But you sign up for Married at First Sight, and you fill out all 567 questions. You sign the contract, but you don't like to be told what to do. Yeah. Liar. BS. All BS.
Yeah, and Dr. P is like, okay, so then what's the compromise? You know, you don't want somebody telling you what to do, but at the same time, you know, it's your spouse. You know, what's the compromise? And he was like, you know, there comes a point when there's too much compromise and you're not being true to yourself, and that's not me. And the whole time he's talking, I'm like, bro, you are literally doing that to your wife. Mm-hmm. The same thing you're saying that you don't want somebody to do to you, you're doing to her. You know, he said, I've lost myself in the past. I've gotten to that point. I lost myself in the past. And Dr. Pia says to Krysten, do you feel like you're losing yourself? Here's your chance to speak now or forever hold your peace. And she was like, yeah, I feel like I'm losing myself trying to please him with the environmental, the plastic thing, the shot glasses, you name it. She has vowed, given in her to the point where her friends come to the party and they like, I don't even recognize you. You're not the fun loving Krysten that we used to seeing. Yeah. And she says, you know, sometimes I fall back though because it's a struggle. And Dr. Pia brings him, you know, you got to have understanding of each other and find a balance where one is not always pleasing the other one, and you can be accepting of the differences. Again, here we go again. Accepting of differences and differences of opinion and the way people want stuff, and it can't always be your way, and it can't always be the other person's way. It got to be somewhere in the middle.
You gotta have a compromise. You gotta have an understanding. Mitch wants this way.
Mitch be Mitching.
Yeah, he's a big Mitch.
Mitch be Mitching. He just bugged me so bad. He bugged me so bad.
But she loves him, though. She still hugged up with him and booed up with him, so it doesn't affect her that bunch.
Yeah.
We know Alexis would have been like, deuces.
Yeah.